So coming onto your back, laying down, perhaps you want some support underneath your head or your knees, or maybe your low back feels really tight and you want to bend your knees, letting the feet stay wide and let the knees rest against each other. Whatever feels best to you this morning. And closing your eyes and feeling the places where your body touches the floor. And noticing the places where your body rises up off the floor. The landscape of the back body in relation to the mat. And as you begin to deepen your breath, feel yourself expand with your inhale and to connect to all around you. And as you exhale, feel yourself melt a little bit more into the floor beneath you, softening any obstacles of disconnection. Deep breaths here, just focusing on this expansion to connect. And exhale, melting, releasing obstacles. Two more breaths here. And then begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, re-energizing your body, rolling the hands and feet around in little circles, massaging out the wrists and ankles. Maybe there's a little popping, releasing air from the joints and going back the other way. So in this summertime heat, we can often get a little overheated or overdriven, bringing your body back to stillness. With your next inhale, reach your arms in big arc up to the sky and over the head on the floor. And so sometimes it's nice to cultivate some stillness. Bring the arms back up to the sky, down by the sides. Stillness, awareness of breath. Gentle movements, stretching long, inhale, over the head, exhale, arms up to the sky, down by the side. Flowing with your breath. One more time like this. And then we're going to inhale, lifting the arms above the head. And as you exhale, bring your right knee in, bringing the hands down to clasp over the shin, hugging the knee in. Inhale, arms go above the head, leg stretches back out. Exhale, left knee comes in. Nice stretch. Inhale, long. So you're welcome to keep doing that side to side. If you'd like a little more challenge, you can try floating the opposite leg and lifting the head, bringing the knee and the nose towards each other. Stretching long. Exhale, left leg comes in. Moving side to side. Alternating legs. One more time each side. And then we'll bring the right knee in without lifting the head or the left leg. And begin to rock the leg side to side, just opening up the hip a little bit. Waking that leg up. And then clasping the hands behind the thigh, extend the leg up to the sky and point and flex the right foot. And then bringing the foot to stillness, slide your hands up the back of the leg, inviting the leg towards the body. You can flex the left foot on the ground. You stretch through the hamstring. One more inhale. As you exhale, bend that knee coming into a half happy baby pose. So holding on to the outside of your foot or your ankle, whatever you can reach. And we're going to let that knee really soften to the outside of the right side of the mat. With your next inhale, extend the leg out a little bit, moving it towards straight. And then as you exhale, bend the knee, bring the foot across the body. Left hand guides the foot to the floor on the left side, coming into a twist. Inhale, back to the right, stretching the leg out any bit you can. Exhale across the body, foot comes to the left hand, twisting. 2 more times. There's a leaf coming down. One more time. And then staying in the twist. So you come into this final twist. You can release the foot, let the knee fall to the floor and hold on to it with the left hand. Stretching the right arm out to T. You can look out over it if that's comfortable. Deep breaths here, feeling your connectivity throughout your body. Your connectivity to right where you are in your environment. Your place in the greater whole. Let's take 2 letting go breaths here. With your next inhale, unwind, come back to center, realigning the spine, stretching the legs out. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky, over the head. And as you exhale, bend the left knee, bringing it in, hugging it in, and rocking the knee side to side. And then clasping the hands behind the thigh, extending the leg up to the sky, and pointing and flexing the foot. Nice stretch through the leg. And then sliding the hands up the back of the leg, bringing the leg a little closer to the body. You can flex the right foot on the floor, keeping the jaw and the shoulders relaxed. Breathing to sensation in the leg. One more inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knee to the outside of the body, holding on to the outside of the foot with the left hand, or you can hold on to the ankle. Coming into this half happy baby pose. So inhale, extending the leg out any bit you can. Exhale, across the body. Right hand gets the left foot, coming into a twist. Inhale, across the body, stretching the leg out. Exhale, twisting. 2 more with your nice, slow, deep breath. Cultivating connectivity through the body, through movement. Feeling each moment as a completion of breath, of movement. And then staying in the twist on this side, you can drop the knee down, holding onto it with the right hand, stretching the left arm out to the side. You can gaze out over it if you'd like. And deep breaths here, noticing where you can let go, where you might be holding. And let's take 2 letting go breaths. Your next inhale, unwind. Come back to center, realigning the spine. Stretching the legs out. Inhale, lift the arms up over the head. Exhale, float the arms down by the sides and come to a momentary Shavasana, just letting go completely into the mat, feeling the completion of this moment, of this part of our practice, noticing the effects, body, mind, and spirit. And then as you're ready, opening your eyes, bending your knees, and hug your knees into your chest. You might rock a little side to side here if you'd like. And placing one hand on top of each knee, begin to move your knees around in separate circles so they come together, and then out, away from each other, around and back in. Coordinating breath and movement, quality over quantity, and reversing the direction, exploring the extent to which your legs can go out to the sides, pushing the edge of the periphery there. And then bringing the knees back in together, lifting the head, curling into a little ball, stretching the spine, and then releasing down, placing the feet on the floor, hip width apart, in close to the body. If you have something underneath your head, you may want to remove it for just a moment. With your next inhale, press strongly into your feet, lifting your hips up towards the sky. Exhale, lowering back down. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. So you're welcome to continue to flow like this with the breath if you'd like. If you'd like to go further, we're going to inhale, lifting up. Stay lifted. You can either press your elbows into the floor, hands extended up, palms towards each other, or interlace the hands, rolling the shoulders under. So you're welcome to stay here and breathe. If you'd like to go even further, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. Take an inhale here, and exhale, drop the hips down about halfway. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 2 more. Strong glutes. Inhale up. 1 more. Inhale up and releasing that leg. We'll do the other side. If you're still flowing, flow away. If you're holding, hold away. It's all good. If you're doing this leg cross, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. 2 more. Really squeeze the glute as you lift the right glute workout. Inhale up. Nice. Releasing the foot. Everybody inhale, lifting up tall together. And then exhale, releasing. Arms lower down to the floor. Nice. Bring the soles of the feet together. Recline to bound angle. Bring the arms out to T, stretching out from the shoulders. With your next inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, crossing right arm on top of left. And give yourself a hug, really wrapping the hands around the side bodies. Gratitude for this life gift as we journey through this uncertain time. Just feeling really grounded in this physical body, the Annamaya Kosha, the physical body or the food body. With your next inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, open them wide to the floor, shining out from your heart all the goodness you have to share with the world. With your next inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky. Left arm on top of right this time. Give yourself a hug, really reaching around your back body. Nice tight hug. Gratitude for this vessel, for your life. Deep breaths as you let the hips passively open here. Inhale, lift the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, open wide to the floor, shining out from your heart. With your next inhale, scoop the knees up, hugging them into your chest. You can rock a little side to side. And then either rolling over to one side from here and pressing your way up, or holding on behind your thighs and rocking and rolling along the spine. This might feel like a nice little massage to you. If not, just find your way to a seat. And then coming up. So sitting up on the edge of your blanket. And let's do a seated Baddha Konasana just to get settled here. So feet together, hands resting on the knees. And closing the eyes just to reconnect with the breath now that your spine is no longer supported by the floor. Deepening the breath, feeling space come in between the vertebrae as the crown of the head lifts taller towards the sky. And then gently opening your eyes, and we'll stretch the right leg out in front of us, bringing the left foot into the right thigh, lifting the spine nice and tall. Inhale, lift the arms up. Feel the core engage as you lean back slightly. Keep the spine tall and hinge forward with your exhale. No rounding of the spine though. Inhale, lifting up, leaning back slightly. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hinging. Feel all the little muscles on your torso working, side body, front body, back body. Inhale, back. Exhale, hinging forward this time, rounding the spine and melting down towards your leg, letting the hands land wherever they do. Deep breaths here. With your next inhale, coming back up. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Lifting the spine nice and tall. Gazing out over the left shoulder and then leaning back into the left hand. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky, just expanding here. If you'd like to go further, we can lift the hips up, pressing them forward and leaning back. One more inhale, and then exhale, sitting back down. Bringing the feet back together, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, folding forward out over the legs. 2 breaths here. Gratitude to your feet. Gratitude to the connection that is in your life. Feet to earth. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, extending left leg out, flexing. Lifting the spine nice and tall. Inhale, lift the arms up. Lean back, feel the core engage. Exhale, hinging forward just from the hips, no rounding of the spine. Inhale, coming back up, leaning back. Really elongating through the side bodies. Exhale, hinging forward. Keeping that left foot flexed. 2 more. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, hinging forward, and then rounding the spine, melting towards the leg. Softening here. With your next inhale, coming back up, lifting the arms up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Lifting the spine nice and tall. Gazing out over the right shoulder. And then leaning back into the right hand. Inhale, lift the left arm up. You're welcome to stay here and just expand if you'd like to go further. Lifting the hips up, leaning back, opening the heart to the sky. One more inhale, and then exhale, sitting back down. Bringing the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Inhale here. Exhale, leading with the heart, folding out over the leg. With your next inhale, coming back up, we're going to get into the hips a little bit more. So bringing the right shin parallel to the top of the mat, bringing the left ankle to the right knee. This is fire log pose. If your legs are really up, 2 options. You can use both of them if you want to. You can bring your foot to the outside of the right leg if you would like, or you can try getting up higher, so you might sit up on a blanket and a block, and then your legs your hips are up higher, so the legs aren't having to lift so much. So you can find what works for you here, but we're really looking for the ankle and knee to be stacked, not the foot inside the knee crease there. So this is fire log pose, and you will feel it in your hips. So we're just clearing out stagnation in the hips here. And you can bring your hands to your foot and your knee if they are available to you, or whatever part of your leg you can reach. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, begin to lean forward and just notice the sensation. how this body and the breath can work together to create more openness and space, more connectivity and completion. You might find with each exhale you can lean a little more forward. You might find that some emotion is arising. So you release into your hips and just welcome it all. Everything is welcome right here. One more breath. And then inhale, coming back up. Releasing the legs, stretching them out in front of you, leaning back, balancing out the knees. And you know, we're going to do the other side now. So, left shin parallel to the top of the mat, or the side of the mat. And right ankle on top of left knee, letting these knees and ankles stack. Eventually these will be touching too. We'll get there. Bringing the hands to the knee and the foot, or maybe both feet, whatever feels available to you. Lifting the spine up nice and tall, closing the eyes and just feeling into the sensation in your hips. Noticing where you might be holding, where you could release and find a little more ease here. And keep the spine lifting nice and tall, and with each exhale, leaning forward. Just a tiny bit, tiny movement, noticing how just a little bit changes the sensation. As we connect to our hips and our low body, this is what keeps us grounded to the earth during this time of great change, great uncertainty. Letting each breath nourish you. Exhales, releasing, holding. One more breath here. Inhale, coming back up. Ooh. Stretching the legs out in front of you, bouncing out the knees. Good job, everyone. From here, we'll come to a child's pose. So feel free to put your knees under, blanket underneath your knees, or your knees underneath your blanket, whichever you prefer. Stretching out long in front of you here. And letting those hips that you just opened melt as you open up the shoulders as well. And with your next inhale, dragging the hands back in towards the knees, bringing the knees in together. We're going to do a little flow here. And you can stay up on your knees if sitting on your heels is too much. We're going to bring the hands to the heart. So in the vein of connectivity, we're going to inhale, lifting up, opening the arms out to the side. And then exhale, sitting down and coming to a child's pose with the arms coming in, hands to the heart. So inhale, lifting up. Feel the core strength working here to guide your body. Exhale, you might switch the hands. Which one's on top as you lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Expanding into connectivity, gathering the blessings in the world around you. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming in. 2 more. And then resting in child's pose. You can release the hands, sliding them forward. And then inhale, pulling forward, aligning the knees underneath the hips. Take an inhale here. Exhale, round the spine, gazing towards the belly button. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the motion slide up the spine, belly drops, head lifts. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, lifting. 2 more. Nice, and then bringing the spine to a neutral position, crossing the ankles over each other, walking your way back to come onto your seat here. We're going to do a little boat pose before we come down to the mat. So finding your sit bones, you might want to be off of your blanket so that you have a little more grounding through your sit bones. So we're going to hold on behind the thighs at first here, lifting the legs up, and this might be where you want to stay. You want to pull your chin back so you're not trying to counterbalance with your head. Nice long spine, head in alignment with the spine. If you'd like to go further, you can extend your legs or your arms out by your legs. And if you want to go even further, now you can extend your legs. So see if you can hold here. It's fine if you shake a little bit. Connectivity waking up in your body. One more inhale. And as you exhale, lowering down. And we'll come down onto our backs, bringing your blocker of support with you. And when you get onto your back, you can hug your knees into your chest. And then releasing feet to the floor. We'll do a little supported bridge pose. If you'd like to find a different inversion, you're welcome to do that if you have that in your practice. Inhale, lifting the hips up off the floor, sliding the block underneath your sacrum, letting your low back just rest on the block. Ah, that feels so nice. If you'd like to go further, you can either stretch your legs out long, so your body's just in this nice opening arc. If you'd like to go into more of an inversion, you can lift the legs up to the sky. So inversions are so helpful for us to come into a more integrated, balanced state, taking us out of being fully controlled by the autonomic nervous system, the fight, flight, or freeze response, and coming into the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest. So turning yourself upside down at whatever level you are up for is so helpful. Few deep breaths here, wherever you are. And then bringing the legs down if they're up, or walking them in if they're out. Coming out of your inversion if you're in a different inversion. Inhale, lifting up or sliding the block out from under you and lowering the body back down. Bring the knees into the chest. Let the knees come away from each other. Reach through the inside of the knees, grab onto the outside of the feet or the ankles for happy baby pose. And rock a little side to side here. And if there's any final poses you'd like to find before coming to Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stretching out long on your back, allowing your feet to fall away from each other, shoulders down the back, maybe a blanket under your head or your knees. Allowing yourself to sink into the same shape that we started in, but noticing what has shifted for you. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel in your emotional state? How do you feel in your mind? Just noticing what can shift from a practice of being present with breath and movement, opening up parts of the body that may need some clearing out. And letting yourself sink into stillness, letting go of all effort, mental, physical, emotional, and just be. Bringing your awareness back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. Sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by Mary Oliver to wash over you. This is her poem called Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. Feeling the completion of this practice as an invitation to connectivity as you move throughout your day. Thank you all for joining me for practice. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.